Before you start this video, I would like you guys to hit that like button and share this video. By doing so, you help this video move through the algorithm. A question that I hear often is, how do you know if the spell works? Now, as a person who's seeking service, this can be a question that you may ask. Now, today's video, I want to focus on the spellcaster. When you ask, how do you know if the spell works? This is a general question. My response to that can only be, who are we talking about? Are you talking about the person inquiring of the spell, or are you talking about the spellcaster? Now, if we're talking about the spellcaster, maybe this will give light to you as the person inquiring of that service. The spellcaster has to test the theory. In the scientific process, you have to state your hypothesis, then put it to the test. It's the same way with magic. The only way to know if the spell works is by putting it to the test. A lot of people don't put their work to the test. How are you supposed to know how effective your work is if you do not put it to the test? There's a reason why when NASA at one point in time was looking for a watch for the space travelers, they went to different watch brands, and they had to put their watches through rigorous tests to know which one could be taken to space. Of course, you know, the Omega Speedmaster was actually chosen for that. But that's another story. What I'm trying to stress to you is that the only way to know if your spell is working is by putting it through rigorous experiments. I mean, I don't need to be detailed, but maybe you can read between the lines. See, I'd say this. There's people that test their work. How do you test spell work? Well, let's just say you have to use your imagination. If you do something repetitively and you get the same response, be it good or bad, that should tell you if this is something that you can utilize to help other people. It's like insanity, right? You do something over and over, seeking a different response, but in reverse. In magie, you're doing the same thing over and over, seeking the same response. One of the reasons why a lot of spiritualists fall into the category of being ineffective is because they've never tested out their work. They just do certain things when they just get a call sparingly. They just put a bunch of things together and they never took their time. This in Haitian Creole is called paresseux. You don't take your time out to put your work through rigorous experiments. You don't test your theory. This can be dangerous. By you not testing your work, it can backfire on you. Now, if you are doing it for a client, it can backfire on the both of you. But if you, as a person, haven't tested your work to begin with, likelihood that tells me you're spiritually blind. So things could be happening for the worse for you. You wouldn't even know it. You'll just think this is a natural circumstance of life. But now the client, on the other hand, that client may be aware. There's certain clients that know that something's not right when they get spell work done, because a lot of things that never happened in their life begin to happen for the worse. So, all in a nutshell, you have to experiment. Before you put yourself out there to help people, to do spiritual work for people, you have to test the things that you're doing. You want to make sure that it's foolproof. So, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Have you tested your theories? Have you ever had work backfire on you? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know some of your experience. I'm going to be reading your comments, so jot them down below. I am out.